you're stacking up records to get these streams, to get more streams, to get more fan engagement, more chances for fans to like your music. However, I do think that in more than one way it does, deter the value of what an album is. Now, listen, guys. What I really wanted to come in here and talk about is the new Drake video. It's a DJ Khaled featuring Drake. Is for the video for Popstar. This video right here, and it seems that Drake has once again dropped the ball on reading the room. And I don't think any ball was louder than the Kylie Jenner interrupting the WAP video and the reaction and stir up that actually created after the fact, how people reacted. And because of course nobody's going to come out and say, oh, I didn't like it because she's a white girl. They said, she didn't have a purpose in the video. Like, she wasn't the only non-rapper in the video. There was literally like 5 girls at the end. Some were artists, some were not, some were just strippers, whatever. But everybody played a role, and then she just so happens to be one of the most popular women in the entire world. And so naturally, if I could have Kylie Jenner's left knee, if Kylie Jenner had Megan Fox thumbs, I would put her thumbs in my video. So, hopefully, and this just came out maybe a couple hours ago. So I'm curious to how people are going to wake up and feel about this. And whether or not the Drake hive is loud enough to subside or subdue any of the hate that it may get for him putting such a particularly large, iconic artist to play him in such times where people are nitpicking to figure out what they can find, see, notice, or hear you say that can help them in some way take you apart. Again, this is the birth of Tekashi 6ix9ine. This is how this happened. We have become a sensationalizing community of humans that are kind of desensitized to everything that is not extreme, outlandish, or over the top. And therein lies a major issue of why we will or why we won't be able to progress anytime soon. With that being said, the Hip Hop Report, make sure you go check out the Popstar video. Honestly, it's pretty boring. Justin Bieber doesn't do much for me, and to be completely honest with you, the video in itself just seemed boring, lackluster, and just kind of lazy, especially when you're at that level. And mind you, I'm sure it was an expensive video. They had dancers, they had a lot of props, a lot of things going on, but overall to me, the video didn't carry the punch that I would expect that video to be like, if they felt like that was a record that was going to push them forward. I think obviously Laugh Now, Cry Later is taking the forefront of the Drake wave, and I don't think that the Popstar record is the problem is people aren't in the clubs, people aren't out, people aren't at bars. So the idea of people listening to that record, they would have to essentially revisit it once things open back up and we're able to really consume music in that way, in that environment, in that lifestyle. Otherwise, I don't think it's going to quite connect the way that maybe they intended or expected it to once they recorded it. You have to understand that Drake is another beast all in itself together, and for him to even, people go into Drake records wanting to like it. They want to consume it and say this is a great record. Unless you're a Drake hater, which, there's people like that. And I think it's natural to hate someone based on, but one thing, I said this earlier, is Drake always has pushed himself to evolve and to change the trajectory of where sound, direction, style, delivery, if you look at the forefront, and even if he stole it from another artist, he still brought it to the forefront. So with that being said, guys, the Hip Hop Report, Rainbow Hustle once again. Have an amazing weekend. Whatever it is you're doing, stay safe, stay well. Hip Hop.
All hustle is all hustle. All hustle is all hustle.